Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over I'm going to go over Litecoin right here in this video, guys, to make you guys aware of something here with Litecoin. Could be, potential I'd be looking out for. So making more gains in a period of time rather than with Bitcoin, which I think could be happening. But I put this on here, guys, because I see a lot of people talking about it, posting on it, that markets just, there's going to be recession. So, that just basically means, recession, give up, nothing can happen. You won't be able to make any money. You look at the data on markets. One, the markets are not the economy. The recession is in the economy, guys. Okay. It's part of the economy. The markets are a leading indicator of what's going on with the economy, usually most of the time, and they can be an extremely far leading indicator of what's going on with the economy. So what can happen is, and it happens most of the time, is the markets will be coming out. They'll have actually bottomed already, and they'll be coming out already going bullish, even while there's a recession. Okay. In the recession, nobody knows how long it's going to last. Is it coming? More likely, the inverted yield curves and everything's going on. More than likely. How long is it going to last? Who knows? It's going to depend on the Fed. The Fed can end it real quick and go QE and blast the economy right out of it real quick. You have to realize that too. So don't know what's going to be going on. Some people have their beliefs. I think the economy or the recession is going to last for 3 years, 5 years, 8 years. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. So just be aware of that the markets can be leading bottom and coming out of the recession well before that. So what I think is most likely, what's more likely to happen with the economy, guys, is and with the markets, is that there will be a point sometime in the future where the Fed is going to pause and the markets will be going bullish, more than likely then. Okay. So markets right now, you have the Dow Jones and maybe the S&P 500. Dow Jones could have already bottomed. It might go make a lower high, no, a higher low, and then get out of there. But the S&P and the Nasdaq maybe go down, make a bottom, and then they might go bullish for a period of time, and then they'll do QE, trying to fix the economy, and then the markets will do a crash. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, to make it, I don't know, as easy or simplified to explain it to you guys. That really could happen. Okay. So your average retail investor that's going to be paying attention to the media that, hey, we're going into a recession, and they're looking at it like, oh, everything's just going to be doom and gloom. They're going to miss out on possibly a huge opportunity in the markets, guys. They'll just miss out on it. It'll leave them behind, and then they'll enter in probably at the end, when it's going up. They'll enter in at the end like traditional retail, and then it'll go up a little bit, and then it'll crash again, and it'll be like, what happened type thing. So you just want to be careful of that. Now, I wanted to go over Litecoin with you guys and let you know something, that Litecoin is actually setting itself up, in my opinion, to really do a blast over here. Okay. What I'm saying is, you can see this trend that it, right here, touched here. This trend's been on since 2018, coming out of that bear market. A 94% drop here. It had a 90% drop here. And there's also some information on there that people just post nonsense on Twitter. Litecoin's a leading indicator. You can, check it out. Litecoin was not a leading indicator. I went and checked it. It pretty much moved the same time with Bitcoin, but now it's a little bit different with Litecoin, guys. So I was investigating a little bit, trying to figure out what's going on. Why is it doing this? The only conclusion I can come to, guys, is that it's whales or something going on with Litecoin, behind the scenes type deals, or that's the only thing I can come up with that seems reasonable, that some bigger players maybe are involved in something like this, and that's why it's doing that. So what I'm saying is that Litecoin's in this position. Whether you take this on log or off log, you take the trend for Litecoin, that it's hit it right there again. So That's a significant trend that's been going on for 4 years. Obviously, if it comes back down and breaks that trend, then you'll have your answer. I don't think it's going to be going on, and it has a trend at the top. So Litecoin is in this similar situation over here like this, okay? And then in the past, Litecoin blasted with Bitcoin, okay? But now in this situation, what could happen is that Litecoin actually could already be in that little phase that it made this wave, and it could come back down, whether it's going to go down to the 50s, it's going to come back down and touch the trend. It could. You just have to check it out. But if perhaps, let me erase that, with Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin's here in this situation where it could possibly do another low, right? Another low down to here, and Litecoin could come down and do that low. So what I was saying before in my previous videos is if Bitcoin finds a bottom, right, and it's going to go up into some minor wave, just ballparking it into the 20s, you know, maybe as high as 27, 28. It could maybe even go higher, but that wave that it's going to do, which will be, you know, just a minor, let's say 50%, maybe even 80% or something like that, you really have a good shot that Litecoin is going to just blast off into a pretty decent size wave over here, guys. Okay, up and just blasting up like this, and then it might come back down where Bitcoin's going to do its correction again, you know, bad correction, and then it'll come back up like that. But the meat of it is going to be Litecoin really could do a blast, 3 to 4x blast, while Bitcoin is just going to be going up, you know, less than 100% as an example, is something I'd be checking out with Litecoin, depending on what is it going to do here in this correction, and looking at the waves and stuff, and, you know, this blast that it could do right here, guys. So what I'm saying is that compared to Bitcoin, you know, you might have an opportunity for more X's in Litecoin, guys. That's what I'm saying, is that it's really setting itself up to make a significant move. And what you want to do is you want to get the biggest meat of the move, if you will, right? So like right here, you know, obviously it's very difficult to get the exact bottom and exit out of the exact top. But if you entered in, say, right here, and you wrote it up to the, just say right there, let's say you got out the trend line, you know, 338%, right? And that's what you want to do in this section over here with Litecoin if you're interested in something like this. Me, I don't care. I trade the charts. Litecoin's not going to go anywhere. I don't see it going to zero or anything like that, or anything happening with it. You know, just, you know, Litecoin is, you know, limited supply with Litecoin, has high trading volumes, been around a long time. I don't see much of anything happening with Litecoin. Then again, you know, if you're concerned with it, that's what stop losses are for in these areas if something does happen. But I'm just looking for Litecoin possibly doing a correction. You could see with these candles, weekly candles, you know, these are topping tail type candles where it looks like it's, to me, it's coming to a top and going to be doing a correction. Particularly Bitcoin is going to come down. So that's really what I'm looking for, is like Bitcoin is in a trend like so, it's going to come back down. What is Litecoin going to do? And there could be a really good strategy right here with this cryptocurrency where you can make a significant move, you know, really could pop onto a wave. Sort of like how this made a move here, came back down, and then it popped on a wave. So you can see something like this, guys. I mean, you really could. If I take a, let me just take that wave like so, and I'll just put it over here. Let's say it corrects over to there. You know, you're looking at a wave potentially like that, guys, with Litecoin, while Bitcoin just makes a, you know, more shallow or less aggressive move getting out of there. I could be completely wrong. I mean, maybe Bitcoin's going to rip, you know, really rip. But I just think that the reward over here could be a lot higher. Just an FYI with Litecoin, okay? So I wanted to throw that out there, let you guys know something about that, what I was looking at. And, you know, I was just investigating Litecoin a little bit more. Going, well, why is this coins just like look so good, you know? Long-term trend, touching on all these trends, you know. And I was mentioning in previous videos, what I was talking about is Litecoin was one of the few cryptos that maintained sequence, I was kind of expecting some other cryptos to maintain. So like Litecoin came down in this three-way move and a 90% correction, had touched the trend and everything. There's other cryptos that just obviously were not as strong, that were not able to maintain this. So it came down that three-way move and it went back up and made a higher low and then started going back up like so. So that's one of the things is with Litecoin was one of the few that was able to maintain this whole structure. So like as an example, if you look at GBTC chart, it's in the same type of pattern, but it's so weak. Okay, as you can see, I'm on the GBTC chart and just taking it off log. GBTC is just so weak. It's went up into this wave. It didn't break my numbers or anything like that I was expecting it to break. And then now it's coming back down again. This asset is just, comparatively speaking, being in the same pattern as Litecoin, it's weak. Is at some point, is it going to finally get out of there? Potentially. But just looking at the overall picture of everything between Litecoin, Bitcoin, and GBTC, your better option in the medium term, say over the next 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 months, more than likely is going to be with Litecoin, guys. Okay. So it's just going to depend on your strategy and what you want to do, how much risk you're willing to take. But it could be the difference between let's say 50 to 80% or maybe 100%, which would be a 2x and 2x move, doubling your money, or doing even more over here as an example. Something to think about, food for thought. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.